Hi guys, back again with another video. Today I'm going to be discussing wrestlers who are faces that would make much better heels and wrestlers who are heels who would make much better faces. Now to me there is a whole lot more faces out there that would make better heels than heels who would make better faces. So let's get the list started. These are in no particular order except maybe the first couple. I'm going to start out with the faces of the company who would make much better heels. They would be way more entertaining as a heel. Number one, obviously, how many times has this been talked about, is John Cena. John Cena, the number one person probably in all of wrestling, period, that needs to turn heel. And the people who argue with that would say, well, the WWE would lose merchandise sales, they would lose like fans, they would lose ticket sales and all that. But on the flip side, I think the fans that they have lost during John Cena's face turn, especially his face turn in the past 2 or 3 years or so, I think the amount of them that you would bring back to wrestling would probably compensate for the people, kids, that you would lose if he turned heel. But Cena has been a face ever since, what, 2004 probably? And it's now 2012, so that is more than too long, I'm sorry, to go without some kind of change. And I guess maybe if this was the TV-14 era, if we had a little bit of attitude back in wrestling, he could probably pull off being a face because he can be edgy, but in the PG era, a face John Cena is just lame. He has lame jokes. I mean, his jokes are like kindergarten level, and his comebacks are lame, his wrestling is lame. I just think he's lame all around. You know, his face turn ran its course a long time ago, and if he was to change it up, turn heel, it would be a shocker, and it would be something, it would just be something that wrestling needs. Not just the WWE, but wrestling in general needs. Okay, moving on to number two. Alright, number two on the list for me is Sheamus. Sheamus works much better as a heel. Remember how hated he was in like 2000, into 2009, into 2010? People hated him. They couldn't stand him. In fact, when he first won the title, the WWE Championship, I didn't like him. Maybe hard to believe, but I couldn't stand him, honestly, when he first won that title. But I think he's just a natural heel. He's got the look of the heel, the whole Celtic warrior thing. I think it was perfect for him. He does very good when he's a heel of making people just despise him, being menacing and evil. And as a face, as much as I always will like him, like I will always like him, but I just don't think he's as believable as a face. I think his face turn, a lot like John Cena's, has turned a little bit lame. He's not lame, but the character that he's trying to portray, a little bit lame. He's almost made into like a John Cena now, where he never loses, he really never looks weak, and I don't know. I want him as the bad guy again because he just works better that way. What can I say? I mean, either way, I'm gonna support him. He's always gonna be my favorite. Either way, I don't care. But you know, I have a preference, and he just has a heel look to him. What can I say? I don't like the way that his character is going now as a face, and people are starting to resent him big time. That actually happened a long time ago. I can kind of understand, but unfortunately I don't think he's going to be a heel anytime soon, because I think they want to make him like the top guy on SmackDown, and you can't really do that when someone is a heel. I don't know. I wanted to see him as a face, but that ran its course. I saw him as a face. I wanted him to be cheered. I wanted people to like him. They did. But after a while, it's just like, this face turn is getting old. So I'm hoping he goes back to the dark heel side soon. Alright. Number 3 face that needs to be healed is Randy Orton. Now, I will not like Randy Orton as a face or a heel. Sorry. But I think he naturally has a heel type of attitude with the voice, the personality, the Slytherin Viper thing. I just think that's more of a heel thing. And the slow kind of way that he talks and the promos that he does, real kind of monotone. I think that's just more fit for a heel. The way that he was, like in Legacy, how he was so hated, and you know, he's just got the heel look. If you ask me, he just has the heel look. All right. And number 4 person, you guys might not agree with this, but Kofi Kingston. Remember back in 2009 how Kofi Kingston got this massive push against Randy Orton when he stood up on his car and like keyed his car in the backstage area. I think it'd be really interesting to see him as a heel because you look at him, he's such a nice guy for real. If he was to just completely do a turn and make you hate him, I think that would be very interesting. And a lot of problem with Kofi Kingston is that they never really let him talk or do a promo. He comes out there and he wrestles really well, but they never really let him get on the mic. So, yeah. I think he would work as a heel. I really think he would. Even though he is that nice guy and he has that nice guy look, I think he would shock a lot of people and it'd be really interesting to see what he could do as a heel. Alright, those are all the faces. Those aren't all the ones I feel like should turn heel, but those are like the main ones. Now for the heels that I think would be good faces. There's not that many of them that I can really think of right now. First person would probably be The Miz. Even though he does really well at making people resent him, and he's kind of someone that you either really like, you think he's awesome, or you think he's really annoying. I really like the guy. I think he's cool, and as a face, I don't know, he's naturally charismatic and naturally got this hyper kind of thing about him. I think he would do good with winning the fans over. I really think that he could pull that off. Second heel, Dolph Ziggler. We all thought kind of that Dolph Ziggler might be doing a face turn a couple months ago, but obviously when Dolph Ziggler goes out there, half the crowd is cheering for him and chanting his name anyway. If he was to ditch Vicky, definitely if he ditched Vicky, that would be like instant face turn right there, because I mean people can't stand Vicky. So yeah, he'd have the crowd on his side instantly if he did that. And he's an awesome wrestler. Not that big a fan of his character, but I like his wrestling a lot. And yeah, like I said, he already has most of the crowd cheering for him anyway. So if he was to ditch Vicky, boom, instant face turn. All right. And number 3 was kind of a little bit of a tie for me. Cody Rhodes. I don't know if anyone will really agree with me on that, but I think he'd be a good heel. I'm sorry, a good face. A good face. Because I think he has kind of that boy next door kind of look that could make you like him. But I don't know, if he turned face, I kind of might water down his character, kind of might make him a little bit boring, so maybe forget I said that. So there was 4 faces that should turn heel as opposed to 2 heels that should turn faces. I don't know. I don't think the WWE is going to listen to any of us with what we want, but we can hope, we can dream. And I'm sorry if this video seemed like I was rambling. I literally just started talking off the top of my head like I always do. Let me know what you think. Tell me your list of heels that should be faces or faces that should be heels. Tell me what you think. Give me your suggestions. Do a video response. I always like it when you guys give me video responses. I'll definitely watch what you make. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye.